Reality Reinvented.
What is AR, VR, and all this talk about having headsets and glasses that change how you see things? We are enhancing the reality that we can experience. And television, which was a career I studied for at first, when I first got to college, was I was going to learn about TV production. And we went to, and I had also studied the electronics needed, because back then you had to understand the electronics if you were going to work at it, especially at a radio station where you might be the only person manning the transmitter. So quite a depth of the electronics I studied about how it's put together. Fascinating how they came up with the idea of fooling us into thinking that the picture on the TV is real. It's not. Go to a movie theater, it's a little bit more real-ish because light is shining through film and projected onto the screen. That seemed okay. The same little picture that's on the film appears on the screen. With a digital projector, that's not what happened. Little light is emitted from a chip and amplified and through lenses and goes to the screen. And if you're watching a digital television today, it's the same thing. Or your computer monitor, it's a lot of very little light bulbs that turn on in different colors and give you the illusion that you're looking at a picture. And so how far can we take that? No, I think we're nowhere near what we're going to be able to do. I just saw David Chum, the guy that invented cyberpunks and the idea of digital money, digital cash, back in his thesis in college in 1982, which later got thanked by Satoshi as one of the contributors to what made Bitcoin work. He is working on something now that seems outlandish, and that is to take whatever kind of eyewear you have and change the glass out with something that isn't any heavier, but is able to display things. And that will give us an opportunity to put text, close capture real life, or to add something to it, or just let you see what's there. I've been saying for about, I think it was 2019, when we were talking about this subject, and somebody said, yeah, the glasses are going to be incredible in the future. What we have is virtual reality and augmented reality. There's an XR, but let me just simplify it. Anytime you go put on some goggles and don't want to see anything else that's going on, just be able to see a screen and play a game, get immersed in that, that's virtual reality. Virtual reality could also be you're playing a game, you're seeing on your computer monitor, you turn off all the lights, so all you can see is the lighted computer monitor. You can turn around and you'll see something different. Augmented reality is when you get something like glasses, or even that's those same goggles, and the cameras go ahead and show the real world, and you get the real world plus. You are changing what the visual thing and audio is that you're feeding your brain. I've just seen some new research on smell, that they're able to stimulate smells. The big thing we hear about, of course, is gaming. If you've experienced VR, most likely in a game, and most likely all consuming, you get into it, or you're able to play with friends, but everybody's wearing a headset. That's the most common version of it. And AR would be something like Pokemon Go, where you hold your phone at a scene and something else comes up on top of it. With glasses, it would just appear in the glasses. But there are more practical, by the way, gaming, big money. So I'm not writing off gaming, but there's more practical things we really need, like education. I look forward to the time that I can open the hood of my car, and it's a car I'm renting. I know nothing about it, and I need to check the oil or whatever you check on an electric car. Oh, no hood. But anyway, I've got an old car and I decide to check the oil. I open up the hood and my glasses point exactly to where the thing is I'm supposed to grab a hold of. And then it interprets what I read off of the reading and tells me what it means. And be able to do that. Oil change is the most obvious one, I think anybody would want to know how to do. And I know I've encountered an engine where it was hard to find. But if you need to turn a bolt or take out a particular piece, usually repairs are fairly simple. Education is great. I think in the future, doctors will learn to do surgery on a virtual patient when they're not having the robot do the surgery for them, but we'll be able to get the exact feel for it. I'm told that in some of the advanced surgery training type of things, and or the remote thing where a doctor is able to do surgery in a remote village, that a robot is doing the work, but it's totally controlled by the doctor. They can feel as they cut skin with the scalpel. They can feel as they touch something. And the sensory experience is so good on that. Very concentrated on what they're doing. In other things, bodysuits are giving you full experience everywhere.